What if you were sure you knew who everyone should marry? And what if you were wrong about every single one? Think about that. Every match completely wrong. That's the story of Emma by Jane Austen.
Jane Austen? She wrote Pride and Prejudice, right?
The same one, but Emma is different. Austen said something about Emma she never said about any other character.
What?
She said, "I've made a heroine no one will like but myself."
The author didn't expect people to like her own character?
Because Emma is rich, clever, and beautiful. But she thinks she knows what's best for everyone. She meets a shy girl and decides to fix her love life. She picks a handsome vicar for the girl.
And it goes wrong?
Horribly wrong. The vicar falls for Emma instead. And that's just the beginning. Because the one person Emma doesn't understand, herself.
She can see everyone's heart but her own?
Exactly, and it takes the whole novel for her to learn. Let's hear her story. From the drawing rooms of Highbury to the moment she sees the truth.
Emma Woodhouse was handsome, clever, and rich. She lived in a big house in the small village of Highbury. She seemed to have everything a young woman could want. But she had one problem. She had nothing to do. Her dear friend Miss Taylor had just married Mr. Weston. Emma was sure she had made that match happen. "I made it! I brought them together," Emma said proudly. Mr. Knightley, an old family friend, shook his head. "It was just luck, Emma," he said, but she would not listen. Then Emma found a new project, a sweet girl named Harriet Smith. Harriet was young, pretty, and easy to impress. "I am going to take notice of her," Emma announced. A good farmer named Robert Martin asked Harriet to marry him. He was honest and kind, but Emma said he was not good enough. She told Harriet to say no. Instead, Emma wanted to match Harriet with Mr. Elton, the vicar. Mr. Knightley warned her, "You will hurt that girl." Emma's plan fell apart in the most embarrassing way. She invited Mr. Elton to spend time with Harriet. She even painted Harriet's portrait to get his attention. Mr. Elton praised it. "So much superior to anything she has known," he said. But he was not talking about Harriet. He was talking about Emma. One cold night, they shared a carriage ride home. Mr. Elton suddenly said he loved Emma, not Harriet. Emma was shocked. She had been completely wrong. For the first time, she thought, "What if I made a mistake?" Mr. Elton left town, embarrassed and angry. He went to Bath and came back with a new wife. Mrs. Elton was loud, proud, and loved to show off. Emma called her a little upstart, vulgar being. Mrs. Elton called her husband caro sposo, Italian for dear husband. She wanted everyone to know she was important. The whole town could see she was trying too hard. Then a young man named Frank Churchill arrived in Highbury. He was charming, funny, and impossible not to like. Emma thought she might be falling for him. But Mr. Knightley did not trust Frank. "There is one thing a man can always do," Knightley said, "and that is his duty." He believed Frank was all charm and no substance. At the same time, a quiet young woman named Jane Fairfax came to town. Emma did not like Jane. She found her too perfect. But Frank and Jane shared secret looks that nobody else noticed. A grand ball was held at the Crown Inn. Everyone came dressed in their finest clothes. During the dancing, Mr. Elton refused to dance with Harriet. He did it in front of everyone. Harriet stood alone, humiliated. Then Mr. Knightley crossed the room and took Harriet's hand. He led her onto the dance floor without a word. Emma watched him. Something stirred inside her heart. Someone whispered they were like brother and sister. Emma answered quietly, "Brother and sister? No, indeed." On a summer day, the group went for a picnic at Box Hill. The mood was strange. Nobody seemed comfortable. Frank suggested a game. Each person had to say something clever. Miss Bates, a kind old woman, began to speak. She always talked too much, but she never meant any harm. Emma cut her off with a sharp joke. "Only one thing, Miss Bates. That will be hard for you." Everyone laughed, but Miss Bates went silent. On the ride home, Mr. Knightley pulled Emma aside. "Badly done, Emma," he said. "She has known you since you were a baby." Emma cried all the way home. She had never felt so ashamed. Then came the biggest surprise of all. Frank Churchill and Jane Fairfax had been secretly engaged the whole time. Every moment Frank had flirted with Emma, his heart belonged to Jane. Emma was surprised, but strangely, she was not heartbroken. She realized she had never truly loved Frank. But then Harriet said something that changed everything. "I think I am in love with Mr. Knightley." It darted through Emma like an arrow. She loved Knightley. She always had. Emma was terrified. What if Knightley loved Harriet instead? For days, she could not eat, could not sleep, could not think. Then one evening, Mr. Knightley came to see her. He was nervous. His words came slowly. "If I loved you less, I might be able to talk about it more." Emma's tears fell, but they were tears of joy. He had loved her all along, and she had been blind to it. 3 weddings followed, one after another. Harriet married Robert Martin, the honest farmer, who loved her first. Frank married Jane Fairfax, his secret love. And Emma married Mr. Knightley. The woman who had tried to control everyone else's love story? She had almost missed her own. Austen wrote of the perfect happiness of the union.
Wow, what a story.
Right? Now let's dig into it. Let's start with the very first sentence of the novel. Emma Woodhouse, handsome, clever, and rich. Sounds like a perfect life, but notice one word.
Handsome? For a woman? Isn't that word for men?
Today maybe, but Austen uses it differently. Pretty means a nice face. Handsome means strong and impressive.
So handsome is bigger than pretty. Got it.
Here's where Emma's real problem shows. I am going to take notice of her.
What's wrong with that? She's just being friendly.
Not exactly. Take notice of isn't be friends with. It means I will look down and give her my attention.
So Emma thinks she's doing Harriet a favor?
That's exactly the point. She doesn't see Harriet as an equal.
That's kind of sad. She doesn't even realize.
But Emma's biggest mistake, that's still coming. Now let's talk about the painting scene. Eldon sees Harriet's portrait and says, "So much superior." Emma thinks he means Harriet.
But he means Emma.
Every single compliment was aimed at Emma. She never saw it.
So flattery and compliment are the same thing?
No, a compliment is honest. Flattery has a hidden purpose. Eldon wasn't complimenting, he was flattering.
So flattery is like a trick wrapped in nice words.
And then Mrs. Elton arrives. She's something else. Emma calls her a little upstart, vulgar being.
Vulgar? That just means rude, right?
In Austen's world, it's way worse. It means you're pretending to be high class and failing.
Caro sposo, she actually says that in public?
She uses Italian to sound elegant, but everyone sees through it.
Why does Austen spend so much time on Mrs. Elton?
She's a mirror. She shows what Emma could become.
That's worse than flattery. At least flattery is subtle.
Now, Frank Churchill, charming, fun, everyone loves him.
What's wrong with being charming?
Nothing, unless it's all you are. Knightley sees right through him. He says there is one thing a man can always do, and that is his duty.
Duty? That sounds like a boring job.
Not to Knightley. Duty means doing what's right, even when it's hard. But the most beautiful scene in this whole novel, that's coming next.
So Frank is charming, but Knightley is sincere.
The ball at the Crown Inn, this is where everything shifts. Elton refuses to dance with Harriet in front of everyone. Knightley walks across the room and takes her hand.
That's the most gentlemanly thing I've ever heard.
And Emma watches. Something changes inside her.
Didn't someone say they were like brother and sister?
Emma says just 3 words. No, indeed.
Indeed? Isn't that just a fancy yes?
Here, it's the opposite. It means absolutely not. Imagine this. You're at a picnic on a beautiful summer day. A kind old woman starts talking. She rambles a little. And you say something mean in front of everyone.
That's what Emma does to Miss Bates.
And Knightley does his duty. He tells Emma the truth. Badly done, Emma.
Why doesn't Austen give him a longer speech?
2 words, heavier than any speech. Badly done doesn't mean she failed. It means she chose to be cruel.
And that's why she cries. She knows he's right.
So, here's the turning point. Harriet says she's in love with Knightley.
And that's when Emma realizes?
Austen writes, it darted through her like an arrow.
Dart? Like the game you throw at a board?
Same word, but here it means to shoot through suddenly. The truth hit Emma, fast, sharp, no warning.
She loved him the whole time and didn't know it.
Would you? I wouldn't.
Me, I'd still be out there matching people.
You and Emma, same team.
She matched everyone else, but missed her own heart. Now here's the line everyone remembers. If I loved you less, I might be able to talk about it more.
Wait, he never actually says, I love you.
Never, and that's what makes it perfect.
Might be able to. That sounds so careful.
Might be able to means maybe, possibly. He's not sure he can. He loves her so much that words are not enough.
That's the most unromantic way to be romantic.
That's Austen's genius. She says less to mean more.
Indeed. He says less, but you feel everything.
Austen ends the book with one simple phrase. The perfect happiness of the union.
So union and marriage mean the same thing?
On the surface, but Austen picks her words carefully. Union means 2 things becoming one, deeper than a wedding.
So it's not just a happy ending. It's 2 people finally seeing each other.
She might not be able to explain it, but she finally felt it. And here's the question, is the happiness really perfect?
With Emma? Probably not, but that's why we love her.
Remember how we started. What if you could control who falls in love?
And what if you were wrong about everything?
Handsome, clever, and rich. When we first heard it, it sounded like a dream. But now you know it was a warning. Emma had everything except the ability to see herself. The truth darted through her, and nothing looked the same. And Knightley said it best. If I loved you less, I might talk about it more.
Have you ever been completely wrong about your own feelings?
Let us know. We'd love to hear your story.